What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're looking to be a real estate agent, especially in the Washington, D.C. metro area, get in here, this is for you. I get questions all the time about people that are thinking about getting their real estate license, that want to get their real estate license but don't know where to start. And then not only that, but how do you start, but how do you be successful in it too? So for me, I've been a real estate agent for 8 years now. Gosh, time flies. I've been a realtor for 8 years, 6 years full-time. I used to work for the federal government. I quit that 6 years ago to do real estate full-time. I've sold over $100 million of real estate in my career. Last year in 2022 alone, I sold over $22 million of real estate by myself, completely solo. So a lot of people ask me, how do you get your real estate license? How do you start? Because it looks like a really fun, exciting career, and it can be for sure. So first things first, you have to see the laws in your area. Typically, I'm in the Washington, D.C. metro area. So in this region, you have to go through the 60-hour course, which is all about like the laws and things that you need to know when it comes to having a real estate license. So it's a 60-hour course that you have to go through to get your real estate license first. You can do it online. For me personally, I did it online about 8 years ago. It was pretty easy to do. It was self-paced, or you can do in-classroom learning. All just depends, of course, on how you like to learn and the best ways that you feel like you can learn. You can do in-classroom or online. Personally, I recommend online. So you go through the course, it's getting 60 hours, and then you have to sit for 2 different tests. You have to sit for the national exam. Well, first off, you have a final exam with the course that you do, and that's like a mini exam for the national and the state portion. So after you do your final exam, you have to sit for both your national test, and that's going to test you on all of the things that are very universal to real estate. Certain things are universal to real estate, certain laws, things like that are just universal to real estate in America. Others are state specific. So not only do you have to sit for the national portion of the exam, you have to sit for every different state that you want to get licensed in. So I'm licensed in Maryland and DC, and I'm getting my Virginia license back up right now. So for Maryland and DC, and even when I had my Virginia license, I had to sit for every single exam. Now, most of them are similar. The laws are fairly similar in the areas, especially if you're looking at how we call the DMV, so DC, Maryland, Virginia. The laws are similar, but they're different. So you have to sit for each exam, so that way you can get licensed in each state that you want to be in. Just a piece of advice as well too, I do recommend to do some prep, some exam prep, some practice exams. A great place that I went to when I was getting my license, and that I partner with now for specifically Maryland, is Kaplan. Kaplan's a great company. They do more than just real estate exams and study guides. I think they do for like attorneys and things like that, but they do some of the best real estate study guides and practice exams out there, and I've seen a whole lot of them. If you're interested in that, check in the description of the video. You can get a discount from it using my code, and it is a great, great, great tool if you're looking to get your license. So once you take your exams and you pass them, congratulations, you're now a real estate agent. And now the fun starts. You have to then pick a brokerage, and you have to affiliate with a brokerage. That's the thing about real estate. You can't be independent unless you are a broker. So once you get your real estate license, you then have to affiliate with a broker, which, you know, there's 1,000,001 different brokerages. There's some on the national level. There's some really, really big ones, publicly traded brokerages. There's also smaller boutique brokerages that may be, you know, right where you are, wherever you're looking to get licensed. I recommend to interview around. There's pros and cons to every brokerage. Maybe you want to be at a big national brokerage. I'm at a big national brokerage. Maybe you want to feel like you're more than just a number, because some of these brokerages will make you feel like you're a number. You may want more of concierge service, someone that will really hold your hand and walk you through the process. you might want a boutique brokerage then. But I definitely recommend to interview around once you get your license, because you have to affiliate with the broker to then start selling real estate. Then once you find the brokerage that you want, I recommend to find a mentor and to start taking classes. You know, everyone thinks that real estate, for whatever reason, is so easy and anyone can do it. Well, real estate is the ultimate, what we call 80-20 industry, meaning the top 20% does 80% of the business. And why is that? In my opinion, it's because number one, the top 20% have typically invested in their education. They've invested in maybe a mentor or a coach, and they've really gotten and learned the art and the craft of real estate. And they've learned how to not only articulate real estate, how to maneuver in it, but they've learned how to do lead generation. And that is so vitally important. Too many people get into real estate and think that once I get my real estate license, everyone is just gonna flock to me. Everyone's gonna wanna work with me because of maybe who I am. Maybe I know a few people. But the reality is, that's not true. Most of the time, people are not gonna go with you just because they know you. There have been friends of mine, there's been family that have gone with other real estate agents. So just because you get your license doesn't actually mean that people are gonna flock to you, wanna use you at all. So you have to then start what we call lead generating, and you always have to be doing that, because the more you do that, the more potential business that you'll get. So remember, I was talking with me about how I've sold over $100 million of real estate in my career, how I sell over $20 million a year in real estate, and all that equals into, you know, income wise, I make more than a lot of doctors, surgeons, lawyers, a lot of those people, because I'm always constantly selling real estate. So how do you get there, and how did I get there? Social media for me was how I got there. I have been building my Instagram and my TikTok really since the pandemic started, and I've been selling $20 million plus of real estate every year from there. But the thing about real estate that I love so much is no two businesses look alike. As long as you're doing things legally and ethically, you can have your business look however you want it to look. You can lead generate however you want to lead generate. It is 100% up to you how you want to do that. But the biggest thing to remember, if you want to be successful, you want to sell a bunch of real estate, is you always have to keep your activity level high. You always have to be lead generating. You always have to be bringing people into your ecosystem, because real estate is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, again, the more leads you generate, the more potential business that you'll have that will come from that. And that's how you get your real estate license. What I've learned in my career is real estate is such a great career, but I get too many people that want to get into it for the wrong reasons. A lot of people think real estate is super easy. You get in and a bunch of people flock to you. You can make a bunch of money. You sell houses. You literally just open houses and cash checks. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. The thing I love about real estate is you are literally making a difference in people's lives. There are a lot of clients that come to me and they don't even think that they can purchase a home, or they've been planning and working toward buying a home for years. And once I show them that they can purchase a home, or if they're looking to sell their home and they see how much they can make from it, and that can completely change their family's trajectory, it is nothing like that. So my advice, if you're looking to get your real estate license, is to come in with the right expectations. Know that you're gonna have to work your butt off every day, all day, if you really wanna be successful, but know that it's possible to be successful, and know that you are dealing with people's most important financial and a lot of times lifestyle decision of their life. And don't take that lightly, and don't take that for granted. But if you come in with the right motives, with the right work ethic, and you put the work in on a consistent basis, you can not only, of course, get your real estate license like we talked about in the beginning, but then you can also be successful. You can make a lot of impact in people's lives. You can make a lot of money. You can build a great name, but come in with the right expectations, come in with the right motives, and you can be more successful than you probably ever dreamed about.